In the frozen wilderness of the Yukon, where the nights last forever and the howl of the wolves haunts the moonlit silence, nature reigns supreme. Here, survival is not a given, but a battle, waged every moment against the biting cold, hunger, and the unyielding hand of fate. It is in this unforgiving landscape that the legend of White Fang begins, a tale of a creature born half wolf, half dog, whose journey would illuminate the thin line between the wild and the tame. White Fang's story starts with violence. Born into a wolf pack in the dark depths of the wild, he opens his eyes to a world ruled by the primal law of tooth and claw. His mother, Kiche, protects him fiercely, teaching him the ways of survival in a land where the weak are nothing more than prey. Yet, even as a cub, White Fang harbors something more, a sharp intelligence and a quiet determination to outlive all odds. But his world changes when he encounters humans for the first time. White Fang and Kiche are captured by a Native American named Gray Beaver. To White Fang, the humans are gods, powerful and unpredictable. He learns to obey, not out of devotion, but fear. Pain accompanies disobedience, and trust becomes a foreign concept. In this new world, survival means submission, and White Fang learns to bury his feral instincts deep within himself just to stay alive. Time passes, and White Fang's life takes another turn, darker this time. Gray Beaver, struggling with his own hardships, trades White Fang to a cruel man named Beauty Smith, a figure who epitomizes the worst of humanity's greed and malice. Beauty turns White Fang into a fighter, a spectacle to entertain bloodthirsty crowds. He chains the once proud wolf dog to a ring of brutality, forcing him into battles with other animals for sport. Over time, White Fang's heart grows colder. His hatred of humans solidifies. To him, they are no longer gods but tormentors. The wild is a distant memory, a dream eclipsed by the crimson haze of the fighting ring and the unrelenting struggle to survive. Victory after victory scars his body but hardens his spirit. He is a killer now, a beast forged by brutality, his very name whispered in fear. But something extraordinary happens when White Fang reaches the edge of despair. Amid the cruelty, a kind hand reaches out. Weedon Scott, a prospector in the Yukon, rescues White Fang from one of Beauty Smith's fights. Where others sought to break White Fang's spirit, Weedon seeks to mend it. At first, the wolf dog is distrustful, snarling and snapping at the slightest touch. He has no reason to believe in kindness. It's something he's never known. But Weedon is patient, offering not commands but companionship. Day by day, White Fang begins to understand the meaning of care, the power of gestures made without malice. For the first time in his life, he experiences warmth, safety, and above all, love. Under Weedon's care, White Fang thrives. The ferocity born of desperation softens into fierce loyalty. The wolf dog, who once prowled the wilderness alone, finds himself longing for human companionship. He learns the joy of work, of protecting Weedon and his family. He shifts from a creature of instinct to one of choice, choosing to stay, not because he is forced to, but because he wants to. And yet, White Fang's loyalty and wild strength are put to the ultimate test when a danger threatens the very people who taught him what love is. In a moment of life and death, White Fang proves himself not as a feared fighter, but as a savior, using every ounce of his courage and skill to protect Weedon's family. It is here, in his willingness to risk it all, that White Fang truly transforms. Not just from wild to tame, but into something greater, a symbol of resilience, loyalty, and redemption. White Fang's journey is not just a story of survival, it is one of transformation. He begins as a creature shaped purely by the merciless forces of nature and circumstance, but grows into something extraordinary, a bridge between the untamed wilds and the bonds of trust and love. His journey teaches us that no matter how dark the world may seem, light and kindness have the power to break through, even in the heart of a wolf. To this day, the legend of White Fang echoes within those who find strength in adversity and who dare to believe in the power of love, even when they've only known pain. His story reminds us that, in the end, it's not just about where we come from, but where we choose to go and who we choose to trust along the way.